By now you may have heard that there are things called regular verbs. These common verbs in Spanish come in three flavors. Verbs that end in AR, ER, and IR. We already studied verbs that end in AR. Now let's take a bite out of verbs that end in ER.
Comer will serve as a fine example for ER verbs. The endings for ER verbs are O for the yo form, S for the tú form, E for the usted, él, ella forms, hemos for the nosotros and nosotras forms, es for the vosotros and vosotras forms, and en for the ustedes, ellos, ellas forms.
You can see that the endings of the present tense conjugation for ER verbs are the same as those of the conjugation for verbs ending in AR, with the letter A changed to E. In the tú form, hablas ends in as, and comes ends in es. In the usted, él, and ella forms, habla ends in a, and come ends in e.
What about IR verbs? Let's go already. Get a move on.
Calm down. IR verbs are almost exactly the same as ER verbs. The yo form ends in o, the tú form ends in s, the usted, él, and ella forms end in e, the nosotros, nosotras forms end in imos, the vosotros, vosotras forms end in is, and the ustedes, ellos, and ellas forms end in en. Looking at correr, to run, and compartir, to share, side by side, we see that they conjugate using the same ending in every way except for nosotros and vosotros. ER verbs end in hemos, in the nosotros form, whereas IR verbs end in imos. ER verbs end in es in the vosotros form, and IR verbs end in is.
Complete the sentences with the correct verb form.
Comer, yo. Yo como. Escribir, tú. Tú escribes. Correr, usted. Usted corre. Compartir. Nosotros. Nosotros compartimos. Escribir. Ellas. Ellas escriben.